Hey folks, Jimmy Stewart here, hoping this is finding you all doing well. Today I'm going to do something just a little bit different than what I normally do. As many of you know that come onto my channel, you'll see a lot of Firefly guitar reviews and demos, and that's great because I love Firefly and I do a lot of those guitars. But it's not just Firefly guitars that I own, so I'd like to do a couple more reviews on some of the other ones. A couple weeks ago I did a Groat review on that guitar right there. Oh, and by the way, I wanted to show you this. For those folks that watched that Groat review, here's something. Sorry for my butt there, but here's something to follow up with. Now, I told you on that review that I'd contacted them and they told me they were going to send me a new Truss Rod cover because the one in the picture on the Amazon page showed a embossed type of metal truss rod cover, and the one I got has the regular black, and it wasn't a big deal. I contacted them and asked them about some of the changes that they had made on the guitar, and one of the things that they told me was that, you know, obviously the new one has got the binding in the fret holes, and that doesn't show on Amazon, and it has the regular black truss rod cover. But lo and behold, in the mail this past week, all the way from China, look at that. Yeah, they did. They sent me one. So kudos to the folks at Groat Guitar for sending that to me. I thought that was pretty cool. I mean, again, they didn't have to. The new ones don't come with it, but they were kind enough to send me the old metal embossed truss rod cover. So follow up for those folks that watched that review. There it is. They said they were going to send it, and they did. Took a couple of weeks all the way from China. So there you go. Wanted to get that to you. Now, today's review, however, is going to be from another group of folks. This group is out there in Germany, the Thomann company. Most of you that know, or maybe those folks that don't, Thomann is in the Bavarian mountains of Germany. They are a company that kind of think of it as the big music store, national music store, maybe like the Guitar Center of Europe or something. But they actually have their own in-brand guitars and pedals and all kinds of things, and they call that in-store brand Harley Benton. Now, they make a bunch of guitars and what have you as well. Now, most of their guitars are not made in Germany. They are sent over to overseas, over to Asia, like most companies do these days, and they're made over there. And then Thomann takes them, sets them up and what have you, and does their thing and sells them. You can't buy a Thomann on Amazon or in the Guitar Center stores in the U.S. or anything like that. They are a international brand, obviously, but you can only buy them from their website at Thomann. And they do come from Germany. They will ship it to you. Most shipping from Thomann takes about, well, mine took about 10 days, which is not bad. And I'm on the East Coast, so I got an advantage to the folks maybe on the West Coast. But about 10 days to the East Coast from the time that you order, as long as that guitar is in stock. Now, I have a Thomann story that I'll tell you very, very quickly. When I first ordered my Thomann guitars, and I ordered a couple of them a few months ago, I really wanted to get they had come out with a new junior style guitar with a single P90 in TV yellow, and I wanted to get that. So I went online and I tried to order it, but they were out of stock and they were waiting for more to come in. But I ordered it anyway, along with my acoustic that I ordered from Thomann. Now, two things that happen. If they don't have the full order available, they're not going to send it. So although they had the acoustic in stock, the yellow TV Junior was not in stock. So anyway, they didn't have the yellow TV in stock. They did have the acoustic, but they held up my order. And I waited nearly a month, and I finally emailed them and said, did you have any idea when the TV yellow was going to be coming into stock and how much longer before my order is sent? And they basically told me at that point it was probably going to be another month before they had the TV Yellow Junior in stock. So I decided to go ahead and change the order. I ended up getting a TV, well, I ended up getting a gold junior with the P90 from Firebird, which I really love. And some of you have probably seen my review on that guitar. It ended up being a little bit less money, and I got it in a couple of days. So I ended up getting the Firebird Firefly FF Junior in gold, and I canceled my order for the Thomann Harley Benton TV Yellow Junior, and ended up ordering this. And this is the Harley Benton, this guy right here, the Harley Benton XT-22 Deluxe in Paradise Flame. Now this is a nice guitar, don't get me wrong. I didn't have one of these to have in the studio as well. I wanted a kind of a PRS. This is basically a PRS, you know, Santana type of copy. It's a short scale 22 fret guitar, the XT-22, that'll tell you. It's got the flame maple top. It's done very, very well. It's a little bit, it's more of a honey color, as you can see on these, than what's actually pictured on the Thomann website. It looks darker on the Thomann website. It's lighter. It's more of a honey yellow. But this is the XT-22 Deluxe. If you take a look at it, and I'll show you in a close-up video the hardware itself, but it's got your two-pneumatic bridge. It's got brushed, like a brushed nickel hardware all the way around. Even the jack plate is brushed nickel, which I thought was a pretty cool way to do it. They kept it all the same. Your tone knobs, your pickups, your stop piece, your bridge, even the tuners. Now this has got Grover tuners on it, a bone nut. They call this fretboard wood Jacoba or something like that. I think it's some type of, I don't know, some type of Asian, I'm not even sure, like maybe some type of redwood, or I don't really know. It's actually lighter as well. This is kind of it's almost a pink red color fretboard. It looks darker online, but it's actually lighter. It's got a nice belly cut on it, which I like. It's not too thick and not too thin. Again, it's a short, smaller guitar, as you can see, and it sounds pretty good. We'll take a listen to the sounds on it as well. There was a few issues when I got the guitar. This is not a B stock. I know a lot of people order B stock and they get them and you can't even tell. But this was brand new. And it did have a couple of issues, which I will show you in the close-up. But basically here, it had a couple of small nicks in the pickup right there. The body itself was pretty nice. No major issues, no major scratches or anything like that in shipment or anything. But here, and this is, you know, and I'll show you in the close-up. But what was a little disappointing was on the fretboard. The frets were very nice. They came in nice, no sharp edges. I didn't have any high frets or anything like that. But if you look at, and I'll show you again on the close-up, like I was been saying, there is some nice marks here. Not sure how they got there, but there's a nice scratch here that's into the fretboard itself. And the position markers, both the 3rd and the 5th, have a little pinhole in them. And again, I'm not sure how that occurs. You can actually feel the indentation in the fret marker. I guess maybe when they're pushing them in or something, holding them in, they get a little overzealous or whatever, but they seem to use some type of thing to have a small sharp edge to it, I would guess. But it's got 2 little pinholes here. A little disappointed in that. Again, this was brand new, wasn't a B stock. And a couple of nice scratches, and I'll show you that on the close-in video. Other than that, I mean, the finish was very nice. It's you know, I don't know if it's off-centered or not. It looks fine. I don't get all that anal about the cap. It looks okay. It's done well. It's got a nice body to it. I can't see where the separation is. It might be in there someplace. It does have a set neck. It's not a bolt-on neck, which is nice. It's got Grover tuners, like I said. This was kind of weird. The truss rod cover, it's only got one screw holding it on. I guess that's okay. It hasn't moved, so I guess it's fine, but I just found that a little weird. Usually you have three. It's got binding up and down the neck, which is nice. And it, after getting it set up, it plays nice. Now it came, fairly well set up. The action was high for me. It's supposed to be sent with the Diodario 10s. They could have been. I don't know. They had the colored bald ends to them, but who knows. But I took them off and put my 9s on here like I do on every guitar, and I cleaned up the neck. Again, my biggest frustration was these holes in the fret markers, but again, unless you're looking directly at them, you can't really see them. So the guitar was like a $204, I think, with the exchange rate at the time. And then, of course, you paid the shipping from Thomann. It's like $30 or $33, as I recall, to have a shipment sent. And obviously, if you're buying from Thomann, the biggest thing to do is, if you're going to buy one guitar, you're going to pay the $30. I think you can buy up to 5 on the same shipment fee for $30 and have them sent. So if you're looking for more than one, that's a good option to do. I bought 2, so that's kind of how I did it. I wanted to make sure that I was getting my full shipment fee money back, and they did ship them. The other weird thing is that if you have a case that comes with your guitar, so say for instance, like on my acoustic, and I'm going to do a separate video on that as well, a lot of people asking about it. It comes with a case. This doesn't come with a case. You can buy a case for it, obviously, but the Thomann acoustic, the travel mahogany that I bought, comes with a gig bag. But they won't send it together. So well, they do, but they don't send it in the bag. So what they'll do is they'll send you the guitar and then they send you the case separately. They won't actually put the guitar in the case and then box it up and send it. I'm not quite sure how that works, but that's what they do. Both guitars came in separate boxes, wrapped together. Like I said, it took about 10 days. So let's pause it here. I'll give you a closer up look at the guitar and the hardware and some of the smaller issues I found with it, and then we'll go from there. Okay?
So here's the up close view of the XT-22, your flame maple top. You can see a couple of small marks on that bottom pickup there. And the neck, again, it was very nicely done, but it's a bit lighter than I thought it was going to be. There you can see some of the perforations that are in that those fret markers. There's the one screw holding that Harley Benton truss rod cover on. Kind of a neat headstock. I kind of like it. And the Harley Benton signature up there. There's your bone nut. Now, a little closer here, you can see the couple scratches I was talking about, and that perforation in the 3rd fret marker. Another scratch on the neck there. And another perforation. Kind of strange. But like I said, unless you're really, really looking at them, you can't really tell. And that's the color of that Jatoba wood. Nice flame maple. There's the brushed chrome hardware. A little picture of the back cutaway, that belly cut there. Kind of a nice dark wine color on the back of the guitar and the neck. And then I'm going to get a shot of the, here you go, there's the Grover brushed nickel Grover tuners. And the stamping of the XT-22 Deluxe on the back. And as we get up to the top of the headstock, you will see that this was actually manufactured in Vietnam. I think this particular model, and some others I'm sure, are manufactured over there. And a nice neck. A little glossy, but it works. There's that belly cut. You can see it's a fixed neck, not a bolt-on. And a very attractive looking guitar, and again, a nice flame maple on there with a nice color, kind of a honey yellow color. Just a little disappointed in those fret markers up there, unfortunately. But that's, yeah, it happens.
All right, so here we have it. Again, it's not light, but it's not as heavy, I guess. It's about almost the same weight as my Les Paul, I think. So it was heavier than I thought it was going to be honest with you. But it does have a nice cutout. So here we go. Here's the guitar. I'm going to play it through my Monoprice 15. Everything is at 5. Gain is at 2. There's no reverb on there. And I'm just going to play through some of it. This is in the bridge pickup position. Guitar at about 3/4, 7, tones all the way up. It's got a good taper on the pots. It goes all the way up and all the way down, so that's pretty nice. Tone. This does have a noisy switch. I'm going to go to the middle. And I've cleaned it up, but it still has some noise to it. So I don't know if I have to replace the switch or not, but it's not doing it now, but it usually does. So here's the middle. Roswell humbuckers in here. They sound pretty nice. They're clean. Here's the neck. Reverb on it. Get a little grunge going here. get used to the The other thing is you got coil tapping on this. So by pulling the tone knob out, you go to a single, splitting the humbucker rod kind of like a single coil. So you can get some tones out of that. Plays nice. I'm not particularly picky about the Roswell pickups in here, the Roswell pickups. I'm not quite sure yet. They sound muddy to me. They get a little bit more breaky at lower volumes than that I would like. I'd like it to be able to get them a little bit more cleaner before they start to break up, but I don't know. It's not a guitar, and I thought I was really going to like it, to be honest with you, but it's not a guitar that I go to. You know, for whatever reason, it doesn't compel me to play it. It plays okay. I'm not... The fretboard is more flat. The radius is more flat. It's got it's not a big neck and it's not a small neck. It's obviously thinner, but it's flatter than the Les Paul type neck. And it's wider than a standard Telly neck. I thought I would like it. It plays fine. I do. But again, it just doesn't compel me to want to be the first guitar I grab. It's just not there. So I mean, for $203, $204, it's fine. It looks nice. It sounds okay. I probably could do something with those pickups to make it sound a little bit better. And I do have a noisy switch down here that I got to either replace and or fix. So that's about it for the Thomann today, folks. I'm going to do another review on their acoustic, which I really do like. And I like them both, don't get me wrong. Is it worth the money? I think so. I think you're going to have to do some things to it. At least I would, to get it to sound the way I'd like it to sound. But right now I'm just going to leave it stock and hang it back on the wall when I get done. So, but it's a nice guitar. I don't regret buying it. I just think I probably could have got something, and I did since then. Obviously, I've got you know, the Firebird Firefly DC Junior over there that plays just as well. It actually plays better. I think it sounds better because that P90 pickup I like a lot more than I do the Roswells that are in this. But it's got coil tapping, so you know it's got that, and that was part of it. I don't know how well or how good it sounds with the pickups split either. So maybe in a certain circumstance I could use it. But again, it's not my go-to guitar by any stretch of the imagination. So we'll leave it at that today. Just wanted to let you know about Harley Benton Thomann. They do have good instruments. They make speaker cabinets and pedals and all kinds of things over at Thomann in Germany. So if you're looking for something like that, check them out. So we're going to end it at that. It's Jimmy Stewart saying so long for now, and we'll see you on the next one. I hope you all have a great day. Thanks for watching.